Hello, City of South Fulton. This is Councilmember Willis, and I am sharing this video to bring some clarity and context around information that was shared on Nextdoor and on social media. And I am hoping that it will bring some context to the matter concerning open record requests and why we had our delegation meeting. Last week, we met with our South Fulton Delegation House of Representatives, and our state senator was present. Several council members were present. Some could not attend because they had scheduling conflicts, as well as some of the representatives in our South Fulton delegation. The meeting was properly noticed by our city clerk, and it was held at Mulan's restaurant here in the city of South Fulton. Our city clerk had to notice the meeting because we had over a quorum of council members in attendance. Our city clerk is also our official record keeper for all of our public and official meetings. And because it was properly noticed, it was an official meeting. So he should have been the only one recording our meeting. Unfortunately, there was someone who secretly recorded the meeting, and they only recorded comments that were made by me. And so I'm here to give some context around the comments. House Representative Roger Bruce made a comment that he felt that our city had done a good job on a lot of things over our 6-year period, and we had accomplished a lot, and he felt that we needed to find a way to get information that we had accomplished out to constituents. One of my colleagues initiated a response to the comment that he made by saying that we needed to address the elephant in the room. And they said that our chair was responsible for getting a lot of the misinformation and negative information out about the city, and was sharing information that should not have been shared or leaked to individuals with the intent to disparage individuals who work in the city or people who serve on this council. Several other council members chimed in, and I was the last person to make a comment. And my comments were the only comments that was recorded. And we have our suspicions on who recorded my comments, but it doesn't really matter. I'm going to clear those comments up. Open record requests. I take no issue with people making open record requests. That is the right of any individual who chooses to do so. And there is a law called Open Record Laws that governs that process. And typically the information that isn't released is client attorney privilege information or information that may compromise the personal identity of individuals. Usually that information is redacted. And that process is done through our legal process. I take no issue with people making open record requests. And I did make the comment that we had one state legislator, only one state legislator. We have 3 people who represent us on the Senate side, and we have 9 people who represent this region on the House side, and only one state legislator made open record requests on individuals on this council. The only thing about open record requests that I do have a concern about is sometimes information is released and we're not afforded the opportunity to give context around some of the information that is released. Some of the information is released to hurt and disparage people who work in the city, people who serve on this council, and we're left to defend ourselves in a lot of instances, or we're just left to let the information fester and we say nothing. And so what was very disheartening is that several people made comments around this discussion, which was not on topic for why we were really there. But I give credit to House Representative Roger Bruce. He did allow people to have candid discussions, and he did allow people to express themselves. And then he brought it all back, and you heard him say, well, we're really here to discuss the legislative priorities, and let's talk about that. And he did mention people had the right to make open record requests. But that was after everybody had made their comment about information getting out that was not in the best interest of the city, and that made the city look bad. My comment around open record requests is people should not be told to make open record requests to disparage people, to make the city look bad, because it does not help the city's reputation. That was the context of my conversation. The context of my conversation was not to insinuate that people shouldn't do open record requests, and I was against people doing open record requests and to bully people not to do open record requests. That was not the context of my conversation, and that's not what I was insinuating. What I was insinuating is that people should not use open record requests to put out information without context that would disparage people who work here, people who govern here. I just feel that people should be given an opportunity to explain what information that may be disparaging that is put out. But, people don't have to do that. That's people's right. People don't have to give people an opportunity to give context. But another example of information that was requested by one state legislator and several other people is the P card information. Now, I've been serving on this council for 6 years. I've never been asked to pay back anything concerning my P card. I've never been reprimanded for misusing my P card. I've never been asked to turn my P card in. And I'm only speaking about me. I'm not insinuating what has happened with other people. I'm only speaking about me. But there's supposed to be this district attorney investigation that I'm a part of. And I can only tell you that I've not been contacted by anyone in the district attorney's office. I've never been asked to do an interview about my P card by anyone in the district attorney's office. I've never been informed that I'm formally being investigated by anyone in the district attorney's office for the misuse of my P card. So I am humbly asking that if you live in District 3 and if you have any information that you want to know about me or my governance, please, let's talk about it. Let's just simply talk about it. My number is 404-803-4219, 404-803-4219. And my email is helen.willis@cityofsouthfultonga.gov. I'll be happy to talk with you about it. And, you may want to believe what you want to believe after you've had that discussion with me. But that is my only concern. People have a right to make open record requests. That is Georgia law. And as a matter of fact, we have a certain amount of days that we have to release the information. The only downside is sometimes, in most cases, we don't have an opportunity. We don't have an opportunity to give context about the information that's being released. Thank you, House Representative Roger Bruce, for allowing the candid conversation. I wish the entire conversation had been recorded. And I want to thank Senator James for being present and being that champion for us on the Senate side. And she made it very clear, whatever comes through the Senate has to come, whatever comes through the House has to come to the Senate. So please include her in discussions. Don't let her find out about things that we need during the General Assembly, because it's not fair to anybody who serves on the Senate side. And sometimes she feels left out. And she was present on last week. I'm her council person, and she's been living in this district and in the city for over 45 years. And this is not easy work, and it's not for the weak. I would ask that everyone go to the poll that's registered to vote on next week. This is the last week you can early vote, Monday through Friday, 9 until 6, Monday through Friday. And then election day is November 7th. Thank you. It has been my honor to serve you. We have accomplished a lot in District 3. And I'm looking forward to helping us accomplish more over the next 4 years. Have a good evening.